and WCCSradio.com. She's Nicole Sipos, Indiana Borough Manager, joining us here this morning. Our conversation brought to you by Marcus & Mack, voted best personal injury law firm in the Best of Indiana County contest. Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people. Good morning.
Good morning.
Enjoying your summer?
I am, yes. It's been busy and having fun and doing lots of activities, lots of golfing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, it's construction season, as we all know. And certainly if you're driving through Indiana Borough, you've noticed. See, here's my suggestion. We train all of the people that are operating the flags to juggle and do card tricks and things like that.
Keep everybody entertained.
Yeah,
while they're
because
waiting.
if we're going to be waiting, we might as well have something fun to do.
Yes.
They're getting the job done, though, this summer, aren't they?
You know, between paving, water, gas company, and the sidewalk program, which I'll talk a little bit about that again. I just want to throw it out there. The sidewalk program is still available if anybody wants to replace their sidewalk. We see a lot of sidewalks getting replaced in the borough. It looks great, but there's still some out there that, you know, need some work. So
I saw them on Church Street. There's a whole bunch there.
yeah, right. Then Courthouse just fixed theirs up.
Yeah.
So again, take a look at your sidewalk, contact our code department if you have any questions about your sidewalk, if you think they need repaired or replaced, and they'll come and take a look at it and see if it meets the requirements. But paving, third-party paving has started for the borough. It is down, and the best way I can describe it, because we're kind of hitting a lot of the alleys this year. So down by Eisenhower on the south side, we're doing Rex, Gompers, 15th to 16th on Church, and 13th. So if you're down by the Eisenhower School District on the south side of Philly, that's they're down there now. Yesterday they started milling. So,
okay.
So probably this week and maybe a little bit of next week.
Okay.
So that's happening a lot.
So that's the traditional summer paving program that we do?
Yes, yeah. And we'll try to do, that's the third party. Then a couple of the smaller roads we'll try to do in-house, and if we can get to those. Right now we're working on some storm drains and some bridge projects that we have to get done for the safety of some of the streets.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Public Works is busy right now, very busy, but you'll see them out. So hopefully, you know, we've had the decent weather holding off and able to get these projects done. I did want to mention, obviously, construction with our building, 80 North 8th Street, is under construction. And temporarily, right now, we do have people are able to come in and drop off their utility payments. And if they have they get a parking ticket. That next week is going to be shut down for a couple of days, 2 or 3 days, because that foyer is going to be getting renovated. So unfortunately, that drop-off site is not going to be available for those days. But if it's during the working hours, you can visit us at the 829 Water Street at our temporary relocation at the Annex building. And obviously, the parking tickets can be taken down to the parking garage at their office, dropped off.
So the Annex is just across Water Street from the building, from
Correct.
the Borough building.
Correct. And that's where you can drop off your utility payments. You know, it's just that drop-off temporary, that drop-off box that people kind of pull in and throw their payments in that box is going to be unavailable for a couple days because the front of the building is going to be shut down, being done.
Okay. So, but if you do have parking tickets, you can do that over at the garage.
You can do that over the garage, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So on the east end of town, of course, they're working hard there. They've been there pretty much the entire construction season getting things done.
Yes, yes. And that's, there's a lot. Again, the gas company, water company, and please, if there's any complaints, like if you feel like your yard is getting, not fixed after they come through, let us know, call us. We do have a connection with these companies. We can reach out to them. We have a pretty good partnership with them and trying to work together with everyone to get this stuff done. Yeah,
they want to make sure that that it gets done right too, because they want the business for the future.
Right. So, there's a lot happening. So, I'm sure Chief Shaw was on here. Slow down, take your time through. Another exciting thing is on Mondays we're going to start having food trucks at the IRMC Park area.
There you go.
Yeah. So, if you need a quick lunch on Mondays and you you need to run out and grab something real quick, we'll have a couple food trucks. And we're working with Sam Kinley with DI. We're doing that. Going to bring in some food trucks just on Mondays for now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it'll be exciting, something for the summer months. We just passed the ordinance to change that. So.
Take me down toward the construction site on campus on Wayne Avenue.
That's White. I mean, out of White Town, that's White Township.
Yeah, that's White Township. But
Yeah.
as you're leaving Indiana Borough and heading into White Township, of course, you're going to run into that.
Yes.
And that's been a summertime project as well.
Yes.
That folks, they need to just be extra careful, because I've seen some people come through there, just they're not quite sure where to go.
Right.
And so they might cut down a street in Indiana Borough thinking they're going to avoid all that construction, and they find out that street doesn't go anywhere.
Right. So we try to post as much as we can on our website to be up to date. I said just, everybody should just give some extra time in the mornings or in the evenings or wherever they're going, because they might run into construction.
Yeah.
Yeah. But other than that, it's, things are getting done and things are looking good.
Yeah. Summer construction is it's always so much fun. So what's going on with Borough Council?
I think Borough Council, we're working on, we're right now, they're working on some union negotiation stuff. Public Works is just so busy with different projects. CDBG funding is, trying to find projects on that. We're starting a project on South 15th Street.
With the new configuration of Borough Council and having had it in place now for a little bit of time, you can see how well it's working or if there need to be adjustments. Are you happy with the way that it's going?
You know what? It's getting everybody in the same room at the same time, all 8 people, and they're there for every committee meeting. So that's helping. So they're understanding, like some people that weren't on Public Works are now sitting through Public Works meetings and hearing what's going on. So it helps with relaying the information. Everybody's in the same room at once. So that has cut down on some delays because things have to be re-explained a couple times. But
workload is okay.
Workload is good. Yeah. I think it's busy, but I think the 3 meetings with the condensed, everybody's getting all the information.
Yeah.
So we're still working out the bugs. We're only, 7 months into it. So it might possibly change. We just actually had that conversation at the last council meeting, so.
How's it working? The old, how's it working? What can we do to change to make it better? Those are the kinds of conversations you have to have.
Yeah, because we're having 2 committee meetings in one night. So sometimes that's a lot of information coming at everybody, where it used to just be 1 committee meeting, for that night. Now we're having 2, public safety and community development. So that's a lot of information coming at everybody at once. And, and sometimes that second part people zone out by time then, a lot of information. So
well, you have to
we're still working
nudge
out
them
the bugs.
awake there.
We're trying to figure that out. So I think that's going to be on, actually, we're going to talk about that next month. How things are working with this committee structure.
You talked about the food trucks on Mondays now at IRMC Park at North 7th. Of course, that calls to mind the fact that we had Taste and Tour last month or earlier this month.
Yeah.
And the fun of that. But downtown is always a pretty kicking place in the summer times, and you've got the Northern Appalachian Folk Festival coming up. There are car shows. The Italian Festival is on the way. It really does become a gathering place and sort of a place for folks to come to. It's a destination place, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
It is, and I think it's the stores are starting to realize that, and a lot of people are doing some fun things and participating, and it's I was at the Taste and Tour and it was great. Yeah, so tons of people out. Yeah.
So good things happening in Indiana Borough. Folks have any questions about things that are going on? Of course, the website you mentioned is a great resource.
Yes.
And you're always happy to answer questions.
Yeah. Yep. Stop by. We're there, and or come to the committee meetings, council meetings.
Find Nicole on the 9th Fairway.
Yes.
with a pitching wedge in hand. And she's ready to go.
That's right.
She'll answer all your questions. Yardage to the front of the green.
I'm still learning all that.
Well, Nicole, thanks so much.
All right, thank you.
It is the voice of Indiana County. It's WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, and WCCSradio.com. It's 150 yards from that tree. Just saying. It's Indiana in the morning. Hey, Erin Rial is here. She's got this morning Money Matters report.
The Biden-Harris campaign has raised roughly $96 million. President Biden abandoned his bid for re-election over the weekend and endorsed VP Kamala Harris for president. Campaign finance experts say that cash simply can't be transferred to another candidate just because Biden dropped out, unless the nominee is Harris. Since she and Biden were running together, funds donated towards the Biden-Harris campaign simply moved to her at the top of the ticket. If Biden is replaced by someone other than Harris, campaign finance lawyers say that he could transfer campaign money to the Democratic National Committee. ActBlue, the Democratic donation processing site, reports that Harris raised over $50 million in less than 24 hours after announcing her candidacy. Delta Airlines is still struggling to restore operations following Friday's global tech outage. Michael Kastner reports.
Cybersecurity firm CrowdStrike said a Microsoft update was to blame for taking businesses offline and grounding flights Friday. Flights are still being impacted as airlines scramble to catch up. Delta Airlines is apologizing for thousands of canceled flights over the weekend following massive computer disruptions. Delta CEO Ed Bastian issued the apology Sunday, along with offering up frequent flyer miles to affected passengers.
Cast members at Disneyland have voted in favor of authorizing a strike. More from Tammy Trujillo.
Four unions representing some 14,000 cast members announced on Friday that 99% of the members had voted in favor of the move. They're looking for fair wages, seniority increases, along with a fair attendance policy and increased park safety. Negotiators and union officials are expected to meet again this week.